Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angie. So for today's video, I'll be discussing another 5, in my opinion, underrated movies that I think you should watch now. So let's get started. The first movie I want to talk about is Moonrise Kingdom. This movie came out in 2012 and it is a romantic comedy. It follows two 12-year-olds, Sam and Susie, after they meet and fall in love and decide to run away together. Once the adults realize that they are missing and discover their love letters with their plans, they form a big search party to find them as soon as possible since a record-breaking storm is coming into town. Meanwhile, Sam and Susie are just living off the shore having the best time of their life. Overall, this is just a funny, feel-good movie. It's quirky, it's cute, and the performances by the entire cast are great. I personally feel like this movie is underrated because since this is a Wes Anderson film, I feel like this movie is completely overlooked due to his more popular films like The Grand Budapest Hotel and The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Having said that, this is a great movie, and like I said, it's a Wes Anderson film, so you can expect great cinematography and an amazing use of color. The next movie that I want to talk about is End of Watch. This also came out in 2012 and it's an action/crime movie. It's about two longtime friends played by the amazing Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal as they record their daily lives patrolling some of the most dangerous neighborhoods as partners for the LAPD. And along the way we get introduced to their personal lives as well as the general ups and downs of just being a cop. One of the main things I love about this movie is that since it is shot as a documentary style film, it sometimes feels as if you're not even watching a movie and you're literally just tagging along with their everyday lives. This movie literally has it all. It has drama, it has suspense, it has action. It's just, in general, just a really good movie. And also, the chemistry between Michael Pena and Jake Gyllenhaal is so spot on. They're just genuinely enjoyable to watch, and I highly recommend it. Up next, we have the movie Bedazzled. This movie came out in the year 2000 and it's a coming-of-age/comedy/fantasy. It's about a kind of dorky, socially awkward man named Elliot, and he tries his hardest to be cool and accepted while he's hopelessly in love with his coworker named Allison, even though she has absolutely no idea he exists. That is until he meets Elizabeth Hurley, aka the Devil, where she explains that she can grant him 7 wishes, all in exchange for his soul. And the rest of the film follows the different ways the devil manipulates and messes with Elliot while granting his wishes. One of the cool things that I really like about this movie is that it has a lot of symbolism and visual storytelling if you actually pay attention to everything the devil does and says. Although this is a remake from the 1967 version, it's a really good modern adaptation as it is written with great subtle comedy that both actors deliver perfectly. Now, aside from the fact that Elizabeth Hurley is absolutely stunning, this was her role. She did such an amazing job of playing the character of the devil. And of course, I have to talk about my boy Brendan Fraser. I feel like he in general is such an underrated person and he does such a good job playing all the different characters in this movie. Now, is this an amazing movie? No. But if you watch it and you actually pay attention to everything each character says, it's actually really funny. And I think it just has a really good deeper message of someone battling the good versus the evil and kind of trying to understand their own inner happiness and their purpose in life. So it's a good movie and I recommend you guys watch it. The next movie that I want to talk about is My Cousin Vinny. This movie came out in 1992 and it's a comedy/trial drama. It's about two teenagers named Bill and Stan after they've been wrongfully accused of murder from a complete misunderstanding. Once arrested, Bill's mom reminds him that there's an attorney in the family, and that's when Bill calls his cousin Vinny, a newly adapted personal injury lawyer that has absolutely no trial experience whatsoever. So throughout the film, we see how Vinny is clearly lacking experience in basic courtroom etiquette, procedures, and dress code. But he manages to get away with things due to his very aggressive questioning style. This movie definitely has a lot of suspenseful oh snap moments, but I guarantee you will be cracking up at the majority of this movie. And I'm sure I don't have to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Joe Pesci gives a hilariously awesome performance in this movie, as well as the rest of the entire all-star cast in this film. And I know all my movie buffs out there watching are probably thinking, why the hell would you include My Cousin Vinny in an underrated movie list? The reason it's on this list is because I've noticed that people who are my age, or at least around my age, have never heard of or at least never seen this movie. So I needed to put it on this list to bring it back and expose it to this generation. I feel like this is a movie that everybody should watch at least once in their life because it's a really good movie and like I said, it's hilarious. So I highly recommend it if you guys haven't watched it. So like my last underrated movie list, I'm saving the movie that I can't really talk about till the very end. So in this case, that movie is Sorry to Bother You. This movie came out in 2018 and it's a comedy slash fantasy. It follows a character named Cassius Green as he's struggling to find a job. He then finally lands a job as a telemarketer, and we see him slowly move up the ladder in the company by using his white person voice.
Well, man, I'm gonna have to get me some new suits.
And the rest of the movie shows how the company and the world treats him while using this voice. And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to say anything else because the rest of the events that unfold in this movie are pretty crazy, and mainly because I genuinely don't know how to explain what the heck happens in this movie. So that's all I'm gonna say, and if you guys want to see what happens to this character and a trippy movie, then I suggest you watch it. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or if you've seen any of the movies that I recommended, please go ahead and like it. Don't forget to comment below if you have a movie that you think is underrated. I'd love to check it out. Also, if you haven't seen my last underrated movies list, I'll leave it right here in the cards for you to check it out. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe, and while you're at it, click that bell to get notified when I post a new video. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!